Hello, welcome to freedomfrompelvicpain.com. My name is David McCoid and I'm the co-creator of the DCT for Pelvic Pain program. I'm here today with Michael, who purchased the DCT for Pelvic Pain course in August last year. So thanks for doing this today, Michael. If we could start, just briefly explain your history with pelvic pain and dysfunction.
Well, mine started in October 2018, and it just came on suddenly. I know some people develop symptoms gradually, but the way I developed it was I just woke up one day and all these weird symptoms just started. I had it all started with mostly, sexual dysfunction. And then gradually it turned into pelvic pain, burning pain. And from there, I had no idea what was going on personally.
Okay. So what sort of treatments did you try for it originally?
Really, the only thing I tried was pelvic floor physical therapy. But before that, I didn't know that this was even a pelvic floor problem, with how the symptoms started.
You didn't know what was causing it, yeah.
I did not know what was causing it. So you start through the urology route. You go to the urologist, you tell them what's going on. The only thing they're willing to do is,
prostate exams.
Yeah, you get exams, nothing's wrong. They want to, shove pills down your throat. Those don't even work.
Did you get told you had prostatitis, chronic prostatitis, or not?
No, actually, the first time I really heard of, pudendal neuralgia or chronic pelvic pain syndrome was when I went to my neurologist. They prescribed me to a neurologist, and I was telling him about I'm having all this pain, and I'm having, all the symptoms I just described to you earlier.
Yep.
And he told me, well, this sounds like pudendal neuralgia, but I wasn't actually diagnosed. No one actually came to me and said, yo, you were diagnosed, you have CPPS or pudendal neuralgia. He just told me, oh, well, it sounds like pudendal neuralgia.
Yeah.
And then I went on to have multiple MRIs. I had MRI of the pelvis, which came back clean. I had MR neurography. They wanted to check to see if I had some other stuff going on. They did MRI of the brain. They did MRI of the back. At one point, they thought, well, I had some bulging discs in my back, and I have a history of bad back problems. So they wanted to go that route to see if there's anything going on. My chiropractor who I was working with at the time said, okay, there might be something going on. I even went as far as went to a surgeon to see if there was actually something going on in my back, because something called a Connie-Quanda syndrome actually causes similar symptoms to pelvic pain.
Right.
So I thought maybe, that was a problem, and ended up that wasn't the problem. There was nothing going on in my back. There was nothing abnormal going on. So at that point, I was completely lost, because I feel like I had checked every single possible issue that could have been causing the problem.
Yeah.
I was not getting any results in pelvic floor physical therapy, which is very common for people with this problem.
How long did you try pelvic floor physical therapy for?
6 months.
Okay, so a decent amount of time, yeah. And you just weren't getting the results.
I was not getting any results. And then you start getting depressed. You start thinking your life is over. No one's helping you. No one's listening to you.
I can relate to that.
You have no idea what is going on. It's depressing. I mean,
unbelievably depressing.
I'm not going to go as far as to say that I was ready to end my life, but I mean, those thoughts were getting more and more.
I had those thoughts myself when I had pelvic pain. I had those similar. It's different between having those thoughts and actually obviously taking that action, but I think a lot of pelvic pain patients can have those thoughts, especially when you hit rock bottom, because you can't find an answer and no treatments working.
You can't. Nothing. There's no information out there, and doctors are clueless to this problem. I don't think there's not enough research into, pelvic pain and what causes it.
I agree. So, to put a more positive spin on the story, when you must have found DCT somewhere online.
Yeah. Actually, it was funny. my last bit of hope was posting in Prenasal Neurology, a Facebook group, and someone saw my post. It
Mm-hmm.
was and he reached out to me, and he said, well, this is a program I'm doing right now, and I'm getting good results. And he says, called DCT. And at the time, I've never heard of DCT. I didn't,
Yeah.
you know.
You wouldn't know.
Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
I think I did come across it in a Google search,
Right.
but I didn't really think anything of it.
Yeah.
But he confirmed that DCT works. There are many people who are having the same symptoms that I'm having, and they're getting better. And I was a little skeptical at first.
Yeah, you would be.
I wasn't completely on board with trying it. And then he told me to do a Skype session with you,
Mm-hmm.
and check out another member who did recover, check out his videos on YouTube. And at that point, I said, well, I have nothing left. I have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Either it's going to work or it's not going to work.
Yeah, you might as well give it a go. Yeah. Yeah.
And I just gave it everything I had. And
fantastic. Yeah, you've committed yourself fully to DCT.
Oh,
you've done a lot of training. Yeah, you've done hours and hours of DCT. So it's been hard work for you. We don't want to give the impression that it's just like a quick, hasn't been a quick fix for you. You've put a lot of effort into it.
I've been working for the last 8 months, and my pelvic pain, mostly the burning is gone. I just have, a couple of other symptoms that are getting better. I mean, they're not 100%, but I'm not fully recovered, but I'm almost there.
Yeah,
I'm sure by the end of the year.
The pain is vastly reduced. Though the pain, you often have days without pain now. Would that be fair to say?
Oh, I have absolutely no pain. Absolutely no pain at all. No burning pain. I can, before I couldn't even sit down for 30 minutes. I mean, the pain was terrible.
That's great. Yeah. So that's great. Now, I mean, that's the result we want. Absolutely. And the other symptoms are improving. So that's fantastic. Mm-hmm. Well, I won't make the interview too long, because I think that's enough. We've got the story over. I really appreciate you sharing it. I think it's going to help a lot of people.
Absolutely.
Get our lives back as well. And so, let's wrap it up. And to say, very grateful for you doing this today.
Definitely. Thank you. Thank you very much, David. Appreciate it. Okay, cool.
And we wanted to just add this part to Michael's story. You wanted to comment on how your pelvic floor physical therapist still played a big part in your recovery. If you could explain why.
Yeah. So when I went to my pelvic floor physical therapist, the treatment obviously wasn't working. And, I kept going because I thought this was the only way I was going to get better. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what a lot of people think. So when I found out about DCT, I was a little bit hesitant to bring it to her attention. I said, either this is going to go one of two ways. Either I'm going to ask her for help with, starting the program, and she's going to, say, yes, I'm going to help you. Or it could be taken the other way. And, if you try to, I guess, challenge pelvic floor physical therapy and the years of training that, they went to school to learn all of this, and say, well, I have a solution that is typically going to turn everything that you think about pelvic floor on its head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't know the reaction I was going to get.
Yeah, but you got a good reaction, you were saying.
But I got a very good reaction, and I think that was also why I got results pretty fast, because she helped me learn all the exercises and the stretches that are in the program. It wasn't like I had to go home and go on my own. She was there every step of the way to kind of teach me how to do these correctly.
That's fantastic. Okay.
To where if I did on my own in the beginning, it probably would have been a slower learning curve.
Yeah, and you probably had that support and as well, which is an important part of recovery. So we want to say a big that's very appreciative that she was very open
definitely
to these ideas. So we wanted to add that part on to the interview today. So, and once again, thanks for sharing your story, Michael.
Absolutely.
And if you're interested in learning more about the program, you can go to dctforpelvicpain.com. Thanks.